I made $70,000 revenue, which only translated to about 23% profit. Super early morning today. I only got 2 hours of sleep. Had to get on a meeting with the ads team to put some final touches on a project we've been working on for a very long time, so that's super exciting. So I really do believe in getting a lot of sleep every night, but sometimes you just got to do without it. So 2 hours you're gonna have to do today. Walking to the coffee shop I found last night that I posted on Instagram. Hey, I found another one. And I'm gonna get my morning's worth of work done. By the way, the winner of this week's giveaway is Jordan Diggins on Instagram. If you want to find out how to win the next giveaway for $100, then keep on watching the video. I'm gonna share the details later. First, check out this master craftsmanship on that flat white. Look at that wing, beautiful. But more beautiful is the internet speed of these places. Free Wi-Fi. Check, that's better than my internet speed at home for TELUS fiber optic. All right, so I got all set up. And I was going through the YouTube comments and I was reading through my Facebook messages, and I saw a common theme lately with you guys asking about how many products do you need to quit your job, or how many products do you need to be financially free, right? So what's the magic product number? So I'm gonna finish my work here. I got 2-3 hours ahead of me, and then I'm gonna jump back in and I'm gonna answer you that question for you.
Make a U-turn at Bullock Lane.
I'm a little lost. So I just got out of the cafe right now, and I was in there, let me focus this. I was in there for way longer than I expected. It's already 4 o'clock and I got there at 11. I said 2 hours, but it was like, what's that, 5? So a lot of unexpected work popped up that I just had to bang out. But that's typically how it goes in business. You know, you plan for something and there's always delays, especially at Amazon. There's always gonna be delays with your products and whatever you think is gonna happen in so amount of time. Add 2 weeks, add a month to that. Now, I'm definitely exaggerating a bit when I say always, right? But I just say that to give you the frame of mind that it's not something you can plan and rush, because I have people like, you know, ask me questions like, how long until this, right? Is it possible to make so-and-so amount of number, like 10K a month in 2 months? I need to make 10K a month in, you know, 90 days or whatever it is. And well, I can give you the formula and put things into place to give you that best shot. There's still an amount of things you can't control. So if for whatever reason you're in dire need of money quickly, or you just need to quit your job in a certain amount of time, then Amazon is probably not for you. Actually, Amazon definitely is not for you if that's the case. But that being said, let's get into my products, what I did, and how many products you would need if you were to follow my exact steps to actually quit your job. First of all, I don't even suggest quitting your job right away when you start FBA, or when you even start seeing a little bit of Amazon FBA success. The best way to keep growing and snowballing your business is, of course, to keep throwing, you know, capital on top of it and letting it build, which means probably keeping your job for a little bit. But again, that's not my call. If you need to get out, or you just really hate it and you want Amazon to be your escape, like in the second you get the income you need, you're gonna go for it. All the power to you. So the first question you need to ask yourself is, how much do you need to live off of? How much do you need to replace your income? So for this video, we're gonna say about $45,000 per year. I think that's just roughly above minimum wage, like the median salary in the US. That you can comfortably, or not, I guess, you know, you can live off of. You can get by with 45,000 bucks a year. We're gonna go with that for how many products do you need. So let's get into what I did. We're gonna start off with what I started with, which was 3 products. Okay, so when I started Amazon FBA, I jumped in with both feet, 3 products right away. I spent $12,000, 6,000 cash, 6,000 credit. I maxed out my credit and I went all in. Okay, so within the first 15 days of having those products in stock, I made roughly 2,500 back. So I made 5,000 in total, but then I account for giveaways and whatnot. So it's about 2,000 bucks in revenue. Okay, So that's 15 days in. So when did I finally make that $12,000 back? It was about 2 months. So in 2 months, I made fully back my $12,000. So I was at a profit level finally. But then I was faced with another problem, the problem that many Amazon sellers know all too well, the problem of cash flow. So I made the money back. I was sitting at about $20,000 revenue in my Amazon account, but it takes 2 weeks to pay out. So I had about like 7,000 sitting there. Actually, no. Okay, I had like 12,000 sitting in the account. I only got paid out like 4,000, and the rest of it was in limbo because I was a Canadian seller. I didn't figure out my Canadian cross-border account, so my money was bouncing and bouncing and bouncing, and then I was running out of inventory. So I didn't have the proper banking set up, and Amazon was holding my money, right? So now I'm running out of inventory. I don't have the money back in. I invested every penny I had. I had like $4,000, and I needed money quick to keep up my products so I didn't run out of stock, and so that I could capitalize on the growth that I've been seeing. So before I tell you how I solved that problem, I think it's important I should tell you that for the month that I was profitable, I made $1,200 every 2 weeks profit. So off of like 5,000 bucks or 4,500 bucks, I was making 1,200 profit every 2 weeks, okay? So that leads up to 2,400 bucks a month, which is like $28,000 a year, right? So we're still not at that $4,500 mark yet. That's with 3 products, or $45,000 mark yet. That's with 3 products and being fully profitable. And by the way, we just stumbled across this little night fruit market. Pretty cool, but I wish it smelled as good as it looked. Back at Coffee Academics, but to overcome that ginormous, like, overbearing hurdle, Q4, I remember that time, Q4 was coming up, and I had the 3 products that were performing well, but I was running out of stock, and I had a 4th product that I knew would just kill it on Q4, but I just didn't have the money. So, of course, I took out a loan. Now, of course, this was a huge risk, so if you want to take out a loan, make sure you know your numbers, make sure you know your research. If it's your first product ever, I wouldn't suggest it. Make sure you have at least a little bit of experience in the game before you put your neck out and take out a loan. But I took out a $50,000 loan, so back I was in the negative, and I had to build that back up. So let's fast forward to when I have 4 products and Q4 hits. Coffee got here. This is my nighttime coffee. It's got a little bit of vodka in there. Get me through this. Get me through the work. All right, so now that I'm vodka'd up a bit and the place got a lot busier, what happened after Q4? So Q4, I made $70,000 revenue, which only translated to about 23% profit. Because Q4 gets a little more competitive, prices were lower, but I still made a killing. Also, I got that new product in, so I had a total of 4 products at that point. So with 23% profit margin, it was about $16,000 profit total. Now, I need to tell you about my loan term. So my loan term, I pay it quarterly. Quarterly over 2 years. So it's about $6,200 every 3 months, right? So the $60,000 profit that I made, I had $10,000 pure profit for myself after Q4. And then after that point, I evened out to about $13,000 per month revenue with a higher profit margin at about 33%. So at that point, with 4 total products, I was making around $4,000 per month in profit, okay? And at $4,000 a month profit, you're looking at $48,000 per year in profit. So right there, I'd say with 4 products, you could quit your job. Now, there is one huge caveat to this whole story. Got a crazy new tripod, but as I was saying, the one thing that you need to consider is the fact that my brand is built primarily off of 2 products. And when I hit the numbers that I just mentioned, it was the 4th and new product that I got in for Q4 that carried all those sales. So when I say, I made $10,000 profit, about $11,000, well, $60,000 total, right? But $11,000 of it was that one product. So realistically, I can't give you a magic number of how many products you need. It's just about knowing your numbers, right? So right now I'm making $15K a month profit, and most of that is coming from 2 products. So I got 2 products that are carrying the brand. I have 3 that are like complementary to those products, and then I have 2 that are just separate products in the same niche. So the 2 main products are my flagships. Like, we have students who have 1 product who have replaced their own income, who are making more than me actually in profit with a single product. It's a matter of knowing the product. You could bang it out in your first one. You could be like me, where you need 4, and you could be like other people who just have like 8 that none of them are super, hit like out of the park products, but they have like 10 that are just consistent, and they build that way. Look, it's a ding ding. But I think the most important question, or a better question, would be how much do you need to invest and how much time do you need to replace income, rather than asking how many products, which actually I get more often asked how many products as opposed to how much do you need. So I think if you do like $5,000, if you invest $5,000 and give it 5 to 6 months, it's not unrealistic to say you could replace your income entirely. Now I know some people think, oh, that's not as sexy as you originally thought, but if you really think about it, $5,000, 6 months to have a brand that actually makes you $45,000 a year profit, I think that's pretty damn good. And it's doable. It's very doable. We have students doing it, and we have a lot more success students coming to the channel soon. Alright, so I'm currently using the brand new setup I just bought. If you want to check out what it looks like, make sure you check me out on Instagram. It's on my story. Also, if you want to win the giveaway for the $100 today, all you gotta do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, which I'm sure you already are, turn on the notification bell, and go to Instagram, go to the picture of the day, and just comment anything. Comment anything, and you comment anything on the picture of the day, and you'll be entered to win the $100. So that's it. I'm sorry I took you along for the day, but it's been kind of a boring day. A lot of work since 7 a.m. I'm still running off of 2 hours of sleep, so I'm going to go head to bed now, get some proper sleep tonight. And that will be about it. So if you have any questions, make sure you drop them down in the comments. Also, let me know how many products you currently have, how many products you want to have, or how much money you're currently starting with. If you let me know that stuff and then follow it with a question, I'll make sure I answer it for you ASAP. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm JT Franco. See you guys later.